Hello and welcome viewers. You're watching In Depth with your host Kriti Mishra. The semiconductor industry is the backbone of modern technology, powering everything from smartphones and laptops to electric vehicles and smart appliances. With the global demand for semiconductors surging, India is positioning itself as a formidable player in semiconductor manufacturing. The country's strategic initiatives, policy support and burgeoning ecosystem of semiconductor companies are driving this transformation.
The Union Cabinet has approved the establishment of one more semiconductor unit under India's Semiconductor Mission. Already 5 semiconductor units are in advanced stages of construction. With the 6th unit, Bharat moves forward in its journey to develop the strategically vital semiconductor industry. The unit recently approved is a joint venture of HCL and Foxconn. HCL has a long history of developing and manufacturing hardware. Foxconn is a global major in electronics manufacturing. Together, they will set up a plant near Xavier Airport in Yamuna Expressway Industrial Development Authority or YIDA. This plant will manufacture display driver chips for mobile phones, laptops, automobiles, PCs and myriad of other devices that have display. The plant is designed for 20,000 wafers per month. The design output capacity is 36 million units per month. Semiconductor industry is now shaping up across the country. World-class design facilities have come up in many states across the nation. State governments are vigorously pursuing the design firms. Students and entrepreneurs in 270 academic institutions and 70 startups are working on world-class latest design technologies for developing new products. 20 products developed by these students have been taped out of HCL Mohali. The new semiconductor unit approved will attract investment of 3,700 crore. As the country moves forward in semiconductor journey, the ecosystem partners have also established their facilities in India. Applied Materials and Lam Research are 2 of the largest equipment manufacturers. Both have a presence in India now. With the demand for semiconductor increasing with the rapid growth of laptop, mobile phone, server, medical device, power electronics, defense equipment and consumer electronics manufacturing in Bharat, this new unit will further add to the vision of AtmaNirbharta.
डिस्प्ले ड्राइवर चिप्स यानी कोई भी डिस्प्ले हो, फॉर एग्जांपल आपके सामने एक लैपटॉप है, उस स्क्रीन का जो ड्राइवर होता है, उस स्क्रीन को ड्राइव करने वाला, यानी उस स्क्रीन में क्या दिखेगा, किस पॉइंट पे क्या दिखेगा, कौन सा पिक्सल अप होना चाहिए, कौन सा पिक्सल डाउन होना चाहिए, किस में कितनी इंटेंसिटी होनी चाहिए, उसके लिए एक ड्राइवर यूनिट होता है पीछे. तो डिस्प्ले को ड्राइव करने वाला जो यूनिट होता है उसको डिस्प्ले ड्राइवर बोलते हैं. तो डिस्प्ले ड्राइवर की चिप्स इस प्लांट में बनेगी और ये देश की रिक्वायरमेंट भी बहुत बड़ी है, क्योंकि देश में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जिस तेज़ी के साथ बढ़ी है, अभी पिछले 10 वर्षों में 5 गुने से ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हुई है, उसके चलते डिस्प्ले की डिमांड भी बढ़ती जा रही है. तो डिस्प्ले का एक कोर फंक्शन होता है डिस्प्ले के ड्राइवर की चिप. सो डिस्प्ले ड्राइवर चिप इज़ वन ऑफ द की components in the entire display assembly. The display driver chip drives the display, makes sure that whatever has to be displayed is given in the right format to the display, so that then it can be displayed, it can be shown, it can be visualized. ये प्लांट लगेगा, इसमें 20,000 वेफर पर मंथ की कैपेसिटी होगी और जो चिप्स इससे बन के निकलेगी उसकी कैपेसिटी है 36 मिलियन चिप्स पर मंथ, विच इज 3.5 करोड़ रुपीज, 3.6 करोड़ चिप्स पर मंथ. ये रहेगा इसका 36 करोड़, आई एम सॉरी, 3.6 करोड़, 36 मिलियन चिप्स पर मंथ का इसका रहेगा. और अच्छा प्लांट है, बहुत ही एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी. इसमें वेफर लेवल पैकेजिंग का एक टेक्नोलॉजी होता है, वो इसमें लगेगा, विच मीन्स एंटायर वेफर के साथ सबस्ट्रेट को जोड़कर कंप्लीट उसकी एडवांस्ड पैकेजिंग का।
Government is focused on its important objective of building the overall semiconductor ecosystem and ensure that it catalyzes India's rapidly expanding electronics manufacturing and innovation ecosystem. This vision of AtmaNirbharta in electronics and semiconductors was given further momentum by the Union Cabinet, approving the Semicon India program with a total outlay of 76,000 crore for the development of semiconductor and display manufacturing ecosystem in the country. The program aims to provide financial support to companies investing in semiconductors, display manufacturing and design ecosystem. This will serve to pave the way for India's growing presence in the global electronics value chains. India Semiconductor Mission has been set up as an independent business division with Digital India Corporation having administrative and financial autonomy to formulate and drive India's long-term strategies for developing semiconductors and display manufacturing facilities and semiconductor design ecosystem. Envisioned to be led by global experts in the semiconductor and display industry, India's Semiconductor Mission will serve as a nodal agency for efficient, coherent and smooth implementation of the schemes. 4 schemes have been introduced under the India Semiconductor Mission. Modified scheme for setting up semiconductor fabs in India. For attracting large investments for setting up semiconductor wafer fabrication facilities in the country to strengthen the electronics manufacturing ecosystem and help establish a trusted value chain. The scheme extends a financial support of 50% of the project for setting up of silicon CMOS-based semiconductor fab in India. Modified scheme for setting up display fabs in India for attracting large investments for manufacturing TFT or LCD-based display panels in the country to strengthen the electronics manufacturing ecosystem. The scheme extends fiscal support of 50% of project cost for setting up display fabs in India. Modified scheme for setting up of compound semiconductors, silicon photonics, sensors fab, discrete semiconductors fab, and semiconductor assembly, testing, marking and packaging facilities in India. Semicon India Future Design, that is Design-Linked Incentive Scheme. It offers financial incentives, design infrastructure support across various stages of development and development of semiconductor design for integrated circuits, chipsets, system on chips, systems and IP cores, and semiconductor link design.
The chips are never down. और सिर्फ इतना ही नहीं है, आज का भारत दुनिया को भरोसा देता है, when the chips are down, you can bet on India. सेमीकंडक्टर की दुनिया से जुड़े आप लोगों का नाता डायोड से जरूर पड़ता है, और आप जानते ही हैं डायोड में एनर्जी सिर्फ एक डायरेक्शन में ही जाती है, लेकिन भारत की सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री में स्पेशल डायोड्स लगे हुए हैं। यहां हमारी एनर्जी दोनों डायरेक्शन में जाती है। आप इन्वेस्ट करते हैं और वैल्यू क्रिएट करते हैं, वहीं सरकार आपको स्टेबल पॉलिसीज और ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस देती है। सेमीकंडक्टर की आपकी इंडस्ट्री इंटीग्रेटेड सर्किट से जुड़ी हुई है। भारत भी आपको एक इंटीग्रेटेड इकोसिस्टम देता है। भारत के डिजाइनर्स, उनके जबरदस्त टैलेंट को तो आप भली भांति जानते हैं। डिजाइनिंग की दुनिया में 20% टैलेंट का योगदान भारत करता है।
The semiconductor industry in India has historically been reliant on imports, with the country fulfilling nearly 100% of its demand from global markets. However, recent years have seen a shift, with India making strategic investments to establish a strong domestic semiconductor ecosystem. What is the India Semiconductor Mission? Well, the India Semiconductor Mission is a strategic initiative taken by the Indian government to promote the domestic semiconductor industry. It aims to enhance semiconductor design and manufacturing capabilities within the country, fostering innovation, employment, and economic growth. What is Semicon India program? The government has approved the Semicon India program with a total outlay of 76,000 crore for the development of semiconductor and display manufacturing ecosystem in the country. The program has further been modified in view of aggressive incentives offered by countries already having established semiconductor ecosystem and limited number of companies owning the advanced node technologies. The modified program aims to provide financial support to companies investing in semiconductors, display manufacturing and design ecosystem. This will serve to pave the way for India's growing presence in the global electronics value chain. What are the key objectives of the India Semiconductor Mission? The key objectives of the India Semiconductor Mission include formulation of a comprehensive long-term strategy for developing sustainable semiconductors and display manufacturing facilities and semiconductor design ecosystem in the country in consultation with government ministries, departments, agencies, industry and academia. Facilitate the adoption of secure microelectronics and developing trusted semiconductor supply chain including raw materials, specialty chemicals, gases and manufacturing equipment. Enable a multi-fold growth of Indian semiconductor design industry by providing requisite support in the form of electronic design automation, tools, foundry services and other suitable mechanisms for early-stage startups. Promote and facilitate indigenous intellectual property generation. Encourage, enable and incentivize transfer of technologies. Establish suitable mechanisms to harness economies of scale in Indian semiconductor and display industry. Enable cutting-edge research in semiconductors and display industry, including evolutionary and revolutionary technologies through grants, global collaborations and other mechanisms in academia, research institutions, industry and through establishing centers of excellence. Enable collaboration and partnership programs with national and international agencies, industries and institutions for catalyzing collaborative research, commercialization and skill development. Who is driving the India Semiconductor Mission? The India Semiconductor Mission is driven by the Indian government in collaboration with various industry associations, research organizations and educational institutions. It operates under the guidance of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and other relevant government bodies. What are the key focus areas of the India Semiconductor Mission? This mission focuses on several key areas including integrated circuit design and manufacturing, semiconductor packaging and assembly, testing and validation of semiconductor devices, advanced materials and process technologies, design automation and tool development, skill development and human resource capacity building. How can companies and organizations participate in the India Semiconductor Mission? Companies and organizations can participate in India Semiconductor Mission by engaging in collaborative research projects, technology development and innovation initiatives. They can also participate in industry conferences, seminars and exhibitions like Semicon India to showcase their products, services and expertise. How can individuals enhance their skills and knowledge in the semiconductor field through the India Semiconductor Mission? The India Semiconductor Mission offers various skill development programs, training workshops and certification courses to individuals interested in enhancing their skills and knowledge in the semiconductor field. These initiatives provide hands-on learning experience, industry exposure and mentorship opportunities to nurture talent and promote career growth.
How does the India Semiconductor Mission contribute to India's overall economic growth? The India Semiconductor Mission aims to strengthen the semiconductor industry in India, which in turn contributes to country's overall economic growth. It creates employment opportunities, attracts investments, reduces imports, promotes technological self-reliance, and fosters innovation. The growth of semiconductor industry has a multiplier effect on various sectors, including electronics, telecommunications, health, automotive, and defense, leading to sustainable economic development.
भारत ने 1 ट्रिलियन रुपीस का एक स्पेशल रिसर्च फंड भी बनाया है। ऐसे इनिशिएटिव से सेमीकंडक्टर और साइंस सेक्टर में इनोवेशंस का दायरा बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ने वाला है। हम सेमीकंडक्टर से जुड़े इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर भी बहुत फोकस कर रहे हैं। इसके अलावा आपके पास एक 3 डायमेंशनल पावर भी है। पहली, भारत की आज की हमारी रिफॉर्मिस्ट गवर्नमेंट। दूसरा, भारत में ग्रोइंग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बेस। और तीसरा, भारत का एस्पिरेशनल मार्केट, एक ऐसा मार्केट जो टेक्नोलॉजी का टेस्ट जानता है।
What is the strategic importance of semiconductor units? Well, establishment of semiconductor ecosystem. The India Semiconductor Mission has achieved significant successes in establishing a robust semiconductor ecosystem within a remarkably short time frame. These achievements mark a pivotal moment in India's journey towards becoming a key player in the global semiconductor industry. Development of chip fabrication facilities. India boasts deep expertise in chip design, and with the establishment of these semiconductor units, the country is poised to develop formidable capabilities in chip fabrication. This milestone not only enhances India's technological prowess, but also positions it as a leading destination for semiconductor manufacturing. Indigenous development of advanced packaging technologies. This approval heralds the indigenous development of advanced packaging technologies in India. It underscores country's commitment to innovation and self-reliance in critical areas of semiconductor technology. By fostering homegrown expertise in advanced packaging, India strengthens its position as a trailblazer in the semiconductor landscape. Fostering growth of semiconductor ecosystem. The success of India Semiconductor Mission paves the way for the organic growth of the semiconductor ecosystem in India. These milestones signify a paradigm shift propelling the nation towards greater self-sufficiency, technological innovation, and economic prosperity in the semiconductor domain. Potential of the employment generation. These units will generate direct employment of 20,000 advanced technology jobs and about 60,000 indirect jobs. These units will accelerate employment creation in downstream automotive, electronics, manufacturing, telecom manufacturing, industrial manufacturing, and other semiconductor consuming industries. The vision of ISM is to build a vibrant semiconductor and display design and innovation ecosystem to enable India's emergence as a global hub for electronics manufacturing and design. ISM is of paramount importance to organize efforts for promoting semiconductors and display industry in a more structured, focused, and comprehensive manner. ISM will also enable collaborations and partnership programs with national and international agencies, industries, and institutions for catalyzing collaborative research, commercialization, and skill development.
Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sansad TV. Goodbye for now from my side.
watch more programs of Sansad TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share them.